Hello, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Today, we're going to be trying a early access title called An Amazing Wizard. It is a action RPG that is supposed to have some sort of weapon customization stuff. We'll see if it scratches that old Noida itch, you know. If we get interesting combo building that isn't reliant on specific weaponry showing up. We'll have to see. But let's check in with the kitties first. We do have Sky and Mason on the bed right now. Sky being all cozy on the gray blanket there. And I think there's somebody is by the window. Can't see who, though. Oh, there it was Molly. It was Molly by the window. Here, let's switch over. Coughing and whatnot continues, so again, please forgive me if I miss the mute button one of these times. Again, this is an early access title. It is not feature complete yet. They indicate some of the stuff that is upcoming. So we'll be seeing what is there that we can find. Oh, let me get rid of that. There we go. Hey there, all. And Dell. Have I been sick? Yes. For a little bit. I'm past the heavy flu part, but kind of the chronic cough is back with a vengeance. It's something that would happen even if it was less noticeable, but the sick has made it very noticeable now and again. But thank you for asking.
Gloomburn, a magnificent, peaceful city where wizards live in harmony with magical creatures. It was full of magic, full of happiness, full of everything.
Turning down the full audio for a moment.
Until a certain terrible event.
YouTube and Twitch, there are two YouTube streams, all widescreen format, which you seem to be watching in, but there's also tall format, kind of the short or cell phone format.
Shouted the ice wizard on guard just before he passed out from the shock of the lightning strike. Meanwhile, the air wizards try to undo the damage to the city.
The little story sequences in the voiceover is actually pretty well done. Oh, the butterfly. That is Blue Sky. I've switched to using that instead of Twitter. The thing that is still Twitter because it will never be the new name. I stopped using Twitter when they slipped in the policy that everything posted there can be used to train AI. Because it's easy enough for my stuff to be scraped by AI without me handing it to them.
But there is still hope that Gloomburn will be rebuilt and shine again. Shortly after, the young wizard wakes up in an unknown place.
I am streaming on multiple platforms now.
He has forgotten almost everything.
So, for those that are wondering, I am replying to people in 3 different streams. I don't have the chat on screen because people can't be trusted. But if you don't see them, then that's why it's often split. Pretty much exactly, Alt. Blue Sky is inevitably going to lose some luster if it continues to kind of expand. But currently, the way that they do their content feed kind of algorithms pushes out a lot less toxic stuff unless you hunt it. Ah, little magic hand. Pew. Mushroom Mage. I've never seen you here before. What's your name? I always liked the Black Mage look. The old imagery that has that showed up in Final Fantasy 1 and stuck hard into public consciousness. The big floppy hat, high collar robes, and the shadowed face with glowy eyes. Whether it be sinister or cute. May sound weird, but I don't remember my name. Call me whatever you want. My name is, I think it's Kalila. That's a tricky one. Maybe Kalila. Anyway, and to me, you look like an amazing wizard. Roll credits. So I'll call you that. Anyway, since you have memory problems, please allow me to be your teacher and show you the combat basics. What do you want me to do? Attack the straw dummy behind me with basic spell, then pick up the spell scroll and hit it with lesser fireball. Should also mention that you can regenerate mana by hitting enemies with basic spell. Well, this time it was your basic spell. You. Okay, you can take or you can use immediately and equip or just pick it up. Incredible. White basic spell dealing physical damage instead of elemental? Just what was that? Implying that white physical spell is special. And you're excited again. Who would have thought? But I also liked this enchanted spell. Are you perhaps able to teach me some defensive moves? Tutorial sequence, if if you weren't aware. Should be able to perform a simple dash. It's great to use it to move faster, but the most useful thing about it is that it allows you to dodge all enemy attacks. I seem to recall a conversation like that, Alt. Somebody wanting a cat in a dog family. I am still making that game. I haven't had a game stream in a bit. Partly because, the health thing, and also I've been working on some elements that are that are way less interesting than even the coding that I had been doing. Very mechanical stuff. There was a great deal of math for a bit. Activate the dummy's spin attack. Dash through it to avoid taking damage. Great to look at the small stardust created by your dash. Let's say it was a difficult task. Would you perhaps like to teach me something else? There's another offensive move that I forgot to mention. When you're in the air, you should be able to perform a stomp attack. Higher, more damage. Okay. Further you fall, the more damage. Okay. Really high and stomp the dummy. All right. Some of the controls are presented, I believe, as they are in the settings, but some of the controls are presented in a way that I think, while accurate, can be interpreted as accurate, they are they're missing some of the conventions. Like, it's not space plus down. It is space to jump and then down while in midair. No matter what I do, you would still be very impressed. Is there anything else you can teach me? I think I can teach you anything else, but you can always come back for useful tips. Towards the giant skeleton. So, like, if I jump and then press down, it triggers, as opposed to I don't need to double press. Boing, boing. What happens if I don't go to the giant skeleton? Let's see, we have ice, we have fire. We have lurking question mark at the side of the screen. Kind of tentacular looking astral world, I guess. Bouncy bounce. I'm guessing these are various worlds that we can go to eventually. Summon Hunter to the astral world. He rewards you for killing monsters and also keeps a bestiary. Alright, this is the upgrade tree. What is the Wizard of Prophecy doing in the astral world? Wait, Wizard of what? You're talking about me? I don't remember who I am or what happened to me. I'm the Crystal Guardian. It seems that you just lost part of your memory, young wizard. This looks like the work of someone from the void. Why would anyone do something so cruel to me? What could someone from the void possibly gain from it? They said that wizards of prophecy like you are born only once in a millennia, and that leaders of the void are afraid of the ones like you. What makes me so special? Do you know anything about it? You see, I heard rumors that about 16 years ago, a wizard unable to cast spells on his own was born. This is quite unusual amongst wizards. What also makes you special, my boy, is that whenever you think of casting a spell, magic hands appear to cast the spell for you. So our in-world explanation for the spinny hands. I don't know what they are or why they're helping you, but I believe you'll be able to solve this mystery and learn more about your power. So I don't understand any of this, but thanks for your help, Crystal Guardian. Where can I find the void? It's time to restore my memories. Don't be in such a hurry. You're still too weak to face it, but if you follow this path, then you'll find the eternal portal. But be careful. I don't know where exactly it'll take you or what exactly will happen. Something strange about this portal. Boop. Forest Protector +6. Summon you fairies, fight for your master. Alright, they appear at cursor. What's your name, cool levitating old man? You look like some kind of Zen master. He has a highball hat. I don't have a name and I don't need one. It's just a concept created by human beings because there are too many of them and they can't control overpopulation. Geez, do all old wizards have a strange speaking style like you? I'm just wise, and I know that humans are inherently evil creatures. I don't want to imitate them. Guess you also don't have a name? I don't have a name either, or I just forgot it. I'm still not sure about that. Anyway, what are you doing here? You look powerful. I'm fascinated by researching and creating new spells. If you bring me 2 different spell scrolls, I could be able to merge them. Call me a spell weaver. Be aware, however, that the more powerful the spell, the greater chance of its destruction in the merging process. Be willing to help me in my research, a young adept of magic. Is it that he's a young adept of magic, or is it that he's saying he's referring to us? Early access stuff. I'm already old, and I'd rather study magic than travel and search for new spell scrolls. Sounds great to me. This should help tremendously in my adventure and make me stronger. But what do you expect in return? I don't need anything in return. Having a young and talented wizard share my passion is reward in itself. Okay, so this is... I don't know, potentially this is kind of the mid-world, or the between levels kind of area. Gives us an opportunity to alter our weaponry. By the way, how do you know I'm talented or special? We just met, and you haven't even seen me in action, Spellweaver. I can feel the insane amount of magic flowing through your veins. Must be that legendary and amazing wizard of prophecy, but you don't yet know how to unleash your true potential. You should be able to unleash some of your hidden potential once you start using merged spells. Show me your creativity. I'll let you choose the spell combinations, and together we'll see the result. Another magical being I just met tells me that I'm an amazing wizard of prophecy. I feel like amazing wizard should always have, like, above and beyond the blue font. How do you even know that? I can't say more. You have to learn it yourself, boy. Your adventure has just begun. Be patient, my student. Let's start merging spells. So if we take... How about we do that into pixies? So this would be 1 to 3 fireballs whenever one of the little pixie things attacks. So net increase in fireballs for the resulting in the forest protector, but they would go around randomly. Or I get forest protector where the fireball ends. Let's try this. Okay, so you take one spell and kind of graft it to the other in this case. Okay, that's kind of an on-impact effect. Okay, well, I seem to have blown up the ladder that it wants me to climb. Okay, it regenerated. Gorgon's Lullaby. Okay. Petrify all nearby enemies for 3.5 seconds. It didn't seem to do. Wait, I saw an icon. I think it might have said, like, nullified or something. What? It just sort of sitting there. Is it a... Unclear. Zap, 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 zap. Okay, trees are fast travel points. And noted. Zap. All right. I don't know what is. I mean, it's got a blue outline, which implies that it's not some sort of hostile thing. Is there a drop button? Spells, special spells. It's inventory. I do not see a method of interaction. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't notice. I see jump pad. Okay, okay. Sorry about that. All right. Kind of a level up thing for select perk. I wonder why there was a select perk button. Retaliate. Kind of crit damage with the splinter effect. Darkstone sounds cool, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be easy to leverage. Though it's a classic spell, I still love using it. Summon Spellweaver to your current location after using it. Remains forever in your inventory. Oh, well, that's handy. Adds mana? I think mana. No, it's ice orbs. Okay, it's currency. Okay. Click. Okay. All right. So sacrificing lesser fireball seems to add a kind of a random fireball spray to it. What if? Okay, you can stack, and you'll lose the investment if it fails. Might not be able to stack past 2. That's cool, though. Boop. Let's see. Increase luck. Okay, so... Okay, so you're saying that I can take a given spell and add 2 secondary effects to it, so that spell can't be upgraded itself any further, but I could use that spell subsequently as a secondary effect in a later one. It's a wind zone that slows enemies and destroys projectiles. Luck coin. Okay, just immediate stat buff. Noted. Mind switch. Well, I mean, it's doing work. Enemy version of those forest spirits. I do have a Discord server, Alt. In my profiles and in the links off of my my videos, you should be able to find a link tree that will get you to all of my channels, including the Discord. Saber. Okay, a second here. Okay, there's like a offhand doodad. That's right click. Okay. Nab this. Okay, summons enemies. Alright, little... It's an odd choice, but... them spawning right on the chest and having the ability to kind of first strike you is an odd choice, but... Or a 3% chance to cancel a spell, so... Or cooldown, so I could cast twice in a row real fast. Not a big deal with what I've got, but there might be some spells where that ends up being a big deal. I think this is a good long-term bet. So this is a kind of a shield that will... heal me if it goes on for long enough. Or if it blocks enough. I'm guessing just having that. That's what the little yellow sparkles are, it would seem. can't say the fireball secondary is great, but as a primary, it's good. Looks like there's qualities of them. Because that's a plus 15. Five. Yeah. Okay. Quality levels. Hey, Roz. Welcome. Do you mean on the Discord alt? There is a kind of a landing room in the Discord, and you have to there is a button that confirms whether you are kind of allowed into the server. It is an assertion on your part that protects me from liability. Now, I can't control if people are honest on the server, but the requirement is there. On paper. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think it's called Break Room. Oh, okay. Did not hit the button correctly to pick up the health potions. Noted. Okay, we loop all the way back down around. Just a moment. Can't go in here. Shift some buttons. Checking something. Yeah, there we go. Just making sure the everything was still set up properly in the Discord. Okay, minions can just pass through doors here. But we can find keys to open gold doors. All right. It looks like the little anything that's kind of a flying critter seems to be no clip kind of stuff. That could be good. It's the server rules are a kind of a liability and protection thing. I don't guarantee any sort of content control outside of people exercising proper judgment. Like, it's not an adults only server. I'm sorry, it's not an adult content only server, but it's meant to be kind of a casual, friendly place. But again, for well-being and liability. Yeah, I think the multi basic projectile is the way to go because of the mana regen. I take it that's some sort of elite dealy there. Oh. Well, that's odd. There's some sort of enemy proximity attack happening. Oh. That's not a friendly fairy. I'm guessing there might be circumstances where I have extra jumpy powers. Click. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Zombie Blast. What if... Ooh. It's totally... Let's go. Let's go. Okay, Zombie Blast is a little closer range than I'd like, but I think the text is going to make it a little harder to parse because it's not just firing lesser fireball. It's firing the lesser fireball that I created earlier. So the Zombie Blast ending in... Once the Zombie Blast ends, it pops into 3 random fireballs like the last spell, which summon fairies and detonate into regular lesser fireballs. Okay. And in theory, if we take this... Yeah, I think that would be a good upgrade. Is the ability to see what the full list of cascading spells. I think it is cool. The cascading is, I think, the thing that makes this more Noida-like as opposed to just default action roguelike. So you got lost in my maze. You will be killed for trying to steal anything from it. Don't think so, you monster. You can give me your cool axe and perhaps I'll spare your miserable life. Man, aggro right away. I though, to be fair, I did open fire as soon as I got within range. Will be crushed by the power of the great Taurus the Maze Master. Okay, that's a big old projectile. And you're dead. What you get for trying to stop me, you weakling. We're gonna meet again soon. You think that I'll die so soon? Don't make me laugh. The implied awareness of the roguelike cycle, maybe? Okay, Chaos Dash would require me to come into contact with enemies while dashing. 1% chance to generate 1 monies on hit. Or, I guess, a passive snare field? Okay, passive snare field it is. Okay, chance to dodge. Do I get both? Okay, I can only pick one. Eh, well. Chance to dodge is good. Okay, blue jumpy this time. Open time gate. Is that time since start of run? Ah, okay. I presume that's time since start of run. I think... What was it? Dead Cells, I think, had something like that. Bounce. Bounce. Wait. Cannot jump high enough for that. May have power-ups later. Find big portal leading to boss room and defeat hidden monster. Maybe his left portal? That doesn't seem right. I think the multi-hit nature of Zombie Blast is doing a lot of work. Since I'm guessing each subsequent projectile, when it ends, is also triggering it. Double snowstorm. Ooh. Yeah, it seems like Zombie Blast is doing it per hit, or that the projectile is kind of being recreated after a hit, because I'm getting multiple. Oh no, I tell a lie. It's each of the 3 fireballs that it creates can create a hit. And the zombie blast is right on top of them when it hits, so we get the extra fireball. Noted. That's what's happening. Take that, snowman. Hey, tutorial lady. Followed you through the eternal portal, but it looks like I'm stuck there now. Glad you found me. Tell me something? I just wanted to see you in action. Here because I'm doing research in this on this mysterious world. I thought you could help me. I can give you quests, tasks, whatever you call it. In return, I'll give you powers and items. In turn, you'll also tell me something more about me, or at least convince the Crystal Guardian in the astral world. Sorry, but this is something you must discover on your own. Super cryptic. Can sense a few very powerful elite enemies nearby. What does that mean? How do you know that they're special? I can sense their bloodlust. Elite enemies are much stronger than ordinary ones. I'm scared, you know. Can you please kill them? The reward will be worth your time. Kill 4 marked elite enemies. Cheaper fire magic? Okay. I have discovered that there is a bottom edge of the map. We have scienced. Zomblast is still kind of where my damage is at. Spell creating tornadoes merged with a 6-second lasting black hole. Well, that's ominous looking. We'll be back to you in a moment. Inventory. There. Seem terribly predictable what you can actually use Gorgon's Lullaby on. Or what it will work on. Button. You're not doing anything for 3.5 seconds, turns you to stone, making you invincible. All right, Del, have a good night. I feel like this is not actually doing what it said it did. Okay, it is not... That wasn't the intended use of that. It was just a coincidence. Noted. I thought it was, here's a tool you must use to proceed. Like, that was kind of a wash. Burning boomerang that pierces walls and enemies, then returns. So hot, why am I even catching this? Ha 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 ha. Alright, come here, you. What if burning boomerang with that? Tiny projectile. Teeny tiny projectile. Extra jump and glide would be good. Very good. But 30% larger orbitals means that my healing ball there is bigger. And thus more useful. Is this bottom of the map? Nope. We are approaching death. We are approaching death. ultimately, I'm not too impressed with the heart. It's not that it doesn't do what it say it do. It's the value for cost thing. Also seeing like the Zomblast impact sites seem to go off a little randomly. Is that what it's doing? Yeah. Well, Dealey is okay. Again, does what I made it to do. Why they recover like that? Okay, that's a shop down there. The little markers have appeared. Regenerate some mana with the basic projectile here. Berries are blocking a great deal of the damage I would otherwise be taking. Well, I got a health potion out of it, so... It was an exciting little sequence there. Lesser Shadow Ball. And get some HPs and Frostbitten Soul. Just buy them out. Buy them out. Looks like 3 stars is about where things kind of cap out. Is the boomerang would go out, it would trigger the Gorgon's Lullaby, and then that would fire Shadow Balls. Let's try Shadow Ball into Gorgon here. Okay, it's a very wiggly projectile. Ah, okay. Okay. I see, I see. Kind of a slot kind of scenario. Have I listened to I presume it's a song or band of some kind. It does not ring any bells there, Alt. Drinky potion. What did we get? Enchanted Chaos Orb. Chaos damage. What did that do? Extra chaos damage. Okay. Potion. Oh, it's the rogue teleporting next to me. Are in quite a bit of danger. Okay, the shamans seem to have a heal. Okay. I think getting Zomblast as the impact ability would be really good. The the spellbind kind of combo system is, I mean, it's very good. I think having a clear indication of, I mean, like was mentioned, there's a future feature coming down that will show you what daisy chains, but also giving a very clear indication of what are the maximums. And I think I saw something that might be what that is. Right, next get a spell. Turned, what happened? I felt like I was dying. It was real pain. Seems that you can't die. More importantly, did you find any crystals before? Okay, that is a currency that you bring back too. And by saying that I can't die and that some crystals are more important than the fact that I can't die. Should I even care about them? Magic hands will continue to revive you, but in return, all your artifacts and powers are taken away as a price. You become permanently more powerful if you return to this astral world, if you return it to its former dawn. To do so, give me crystals and elemental orbs. What am I supposed to do with these crystals? Don't know why that's parenthetical. Also, could you please tell me more about elemental orbs? 6 types of orbs, 1 for each element. Let's see. Okay. Sacrifice crystals into the power orb in the middle of my ribs to restore parts. Be able to use your elemental orbs by sacrificing them in astral altars to permanently obtain part of their power. Check out the power orb. You're rewarded for killing monsters. Okay, like Lizard Man, which is not what I expected given the icon. Similarly with the adventure. Weaponsmith. We gotta go for new spells. It's kind of bread and butter of the game. That'll be a big one. Getting an extra spell in the starter area. Let's do new artifacts as that target. Little axolotl. Aren't you cute? Can't believe I met an axolotl. You are so cute. What's your name, little fella? Finn the Artifact Smelter. A wise leader of a group called the Fianna Warriors, but I am the only one left alive, and many think that I have shared the fate of my fellow warriors. Be happy to help you. Finn and Fianna Warriors makes me think like Celtic mythology. Is the character's reference here? Odd combo with an axolotl, which is if I recall, like a very... There's like one place in Mexico and South America that is their remaining natural habitat. Believe it or not, I learned a lot about artifacts in the world after catching and accidentally tasting a special magic salmon. Yes, this is a Celtic mythology reference. I recall the magic knowledge fish. I don't understand how eating salmon could teach you how to create artifacts, but I'm guessing you've traveled a lot and read a lot. Salmon was a special order from a druid who taught me a lot long before my group was created. Bring blueprints, pay orbs. Growth hormone is a syringe that seems to be bubbling over from the middle. This is a slow recover. It is upgrading the magic hand. Devil's Hand is actually a pretty decent trade-off. Okay, neat. Yama the Adventurer, a Goddess of Death. List of challenges that we get rewards for. Complete the challenge room without taking any damage before completing it. Have lots of monies. Kill many things. Kill a boss on low health. Sneaky feels like very high chance, like you just have to be lucky because a lot of those enemies are going to be placed randomly and they seem to have just a circular detection range, you know? It's not like you're dodging vision cones. Or so it would seem. Maybe you are. Move fast. Okay, that's neat. Oh, you have to select the challenge. Interesting. We'll take murder for 100, please. I mean, that dovetails nicely into how good are you at killing? Var the Hunter. Well, yeah, but I gotta save my currencies in case the spell list is cool. Bring item blueprints. Get blueprints by... Kill things, get blueprints. Well, I mean, we're going to kill things organically anyhow, so... Yep. Do killing, get rewarded. Okay, all the way over past Artifact Boy. Do. Hey, don't I recognize you? Then you must have met my twin brother. Is he still rude? I haven't seen him in years, ever since our wizard city was destroyed. Oh no, I don't know that guy at all. You must be mistaken. I'm Warlock, and I can create new spell scrolls if you bring me blueprints. Do I also come from that wizard city you mentioned? Can you please tell me more? I have lost my memories. Seems I told you too much. Forget about it. That was a bit of a theme in yesterday's 100 line is, oh, nope, can't tell you that. Sorry, bye. I'll tell you more if you help me create enough spell scrolls. Okay, you can heal up to a maximum lifesteal. A lot of good stuff in Earth here, which I have very few of. I did not click on that, but sure, whatever. Okay, so as far as the game is concerned, I did. So when I hover over a tab, the first item in the list is considered selected, even though my cursor isn't on it. So if I click on the air tab right now, it allocates one energy to Windwave. This is not a, terrible thing. It is a anomaly. We have a lot of ice. Double ice wave it is. Ooh, and there is more still. I mean, this is early access, and that's entirely what early access is for. I mean, that is kind of the stated intent is exposure to potential customers, an opportunity to gain additional funding to complete the game, and an opportunity to have kind of a organic open testing group. Would it be ideal to have access to a quality assurance division? Yes. Is that likely with a small studio? Nuh-uh. So in circumstances like this, it's not only good that issues become apparent, but also that the developer has an opportunity to become aware of those issues. Got some chaos stuff. Demon fingers. It's like Sith fingers, but demon-y. That is an orbital attack. The burst seems to be kind of a short-range fat projectile, if it's anything like the zombie one. This one says it pierces walls and enemies, then returns. Power of bones. Was the Rick and Morty spell power of 12 feet? Summon spells were actually pretty handy, force of numbers abilities. Any discounted stuff we can get here? Tesla shield. Move a little faster. And the faster we can move, the less damage we take. Okay. Devilish parasite. Sometimes fires an extra projectile, from the sound of it, backwards. Basic spell pierces through enemies, chance to freeze, but does a little less damage. That's with basic spell. I would go for this. Wiggly Land. See bounce. Oh. Left it on the ground. Oops. Definitely getting the timing on that way off. Well, I guess it just seals me off from going back and I take the portal. Oh. Hey there, Bailey. Bailey. Perk. Arcane Bomb. The only one who thinks this projectile looks like an eggplant. Does kind of look like an eggplant. Okay, it kind of flops out. Okay. Ah. Combo breaker. The song you spent 3 weeks making. Well, are you happy with the results, Bailey? Good times. Oh, the double wave spell is better than anticipated. Money's get. For one, the fact that it is directional, like it fires at the cursor instead of just fixed direction, is a big difference. I had initially been worried that it was going to be the absolute left-right. It is not. Sure. Oh. Reveal maps for all levels. Oh, neat. This game is called An Amazing Wizard. It's an early access title right now. Got kind of spell combining mechanics. It is, it shares the DNA of, like, Noida and, the game we're trying to make. Of that, you know, make a crazy weapon that gets out of control kind of vibe. Right now, I'm firing out a ice wave in 2 directions. One where I'm aiming and one behind that. And when that ice wave ends, each of those projectiles splits into 2 or 3 wind blades. Which is neat. Let's see, might slow or might bleed. Wonder if bleeding stacks. Oh, it's got a bit of that, Lunar. The spell creation is a much simplified Noida. They're working on making the UI a little more apparent about it, but like I was saying, right now, Ice Wave into double air blades. What hit me? Effectively auto attack to regenerate mana swiftly. Movement wise and like the level structure, I think is very reminiscent of Dead Cells. Takes a lot of focus compared to most of my current games. Oh, yeah. I mean, they've got a little bit of roadmap on the main menu. They've got Dell there relaying a lot of what's going on. Boing. Boing. So, portal relays around. Buddy, let's make stuff. I kind of want to wait until I can put some more stuff into, because I don't want Arcane Bomb to be the initiator. It seems to very firmly be a triggered spell. Like how the fear item is a little clucking chicken. Lucky coin and spiky armor. That seems like everything we can get. Let's check over here real quick, actually. Okay. No, that portal came over here. Okay. Boing. Boing. You look like a boss fight, sir. Boop. Give me the key to the next room and nothing will happen to you. Any idea who you're talking to now? Aren't you one of those weak demons I destroyed a few seconds ago? Pyronus the Ember Lord, ruthless ruler of hell. This chamber is the last thing you'll see. Rounded all the bodies. Come on. Aren't you impressed? All the creatures and wizards who dared challenge me in the past. Okay, he's got a big sweep attack. That hurt a lot. And then he exploded. Chance to shock, or shadow stream that pierces through walls and enemies. Okay, give that. All right, let's be ambitious here. We're going to take this one and stuff Demon's Breath in it. And then we are going to try to... I'm sorry, the Arcane Bomb. Then we're going to try to take this and make the Ice Wave trigger off of it. Yeah. Now, it eats up all of my mana very, very fast, but this is where we want to live. Okay, time trial gate, which we did not complete. Oh, yeah. And it is not expensive to tap fire that thing. Stomp. I already have some of this. We'll give ourselves a little range. No. Pew. Power zone. All right, it's on target. Most things are. Oh. That hurt a lot. It is perhaps a very personal choice that isn't necessarily something that you want to make public knowledge. Right, there was some sort of field that it left behind that hurt muchly. They're very near death. We have 0.2% HP. Being repeatedly saved by my ice field thing. This is probably going to be our death here. But I'm going to do it. Hey, health potion. Not dead yet. Nearly dead, but not yet dead. Golden keys. Don't know who created them. They're really useful. Bring me golden keys. No. All right, this triggered a big fight. And I am all kinds of mangled, so... We won't be doing that. Monies. It's like down is where we need to go. This room was kind of a mini boss fight before. We can see. Oh. Oh, there we go. Still, okay. Got a lot of stuff. What do we do on our mission? Oh, we need to kill 15 more things and we would have gotten Killer 1. Yeah. The spellcrafting so far is everything so far has been at the end of life of the prior projectile, trigger the next spell. And it seems to commonly be like trigger X to Y of that spell. So while it doesn't spiral out of control too fast, it will get there probably, I think, within... If you can chain it 3 times, things get bonkers. Artifacts. I mean, it's certainly got some potential already. Boing. That's right, the spell guy was all the way over to the right. Oh. Oh, that power that's bonkers. Multiple projectiles per second? Yeah, that would get out of control immediately. that. We could finish off Fire Meteor here. All right. Nab. What else can we get? We'll top that up a little bit. Unlock that one. That'll be a good one. There we go. That'll be a big one. Additional jump. Oh, we'll have to keep our eye out for other things to try to combine. He does little comments based on the spells you pick up, which is cute. All right, let's try some of these. So meteorite. Okay, it appears and tries to strike where the cursor is. Non-colliding. Okay. This is demonic burst. Effectively a boomerang. Okay. So if meteors that emit wind blades. No, we want wind blades that emit meteors. Okay. So it will be... The burst is a single projectile, and it's generally end of life when it's destroyed. Okay. So this one is, for the most part, going to come back to me. I don't really want that to be the one. So Meteor, when it is the parent, that's random directions. That's when it's destroyed. Okay. So Meteor into Burst. And then Air Blades into Meteors into Burst. Interesting. Nice, nice. It's the fact that the multiple triggers on burst and that they come back to me makes them relatively powerful. It creates a lot of kind of zone coverage. The meteorite part I'm not as thrilled with right now. But the number of meteor blasts going off and that they die relatively fast does still make it useful as an intermediary. Good, good. Oh, we shouldn't do this because we're still getting stomped. Eh. Oop. Toxic worm. Poison retaliate. Hold to put that in our inventory. That's a great big Healy potion. Yeah, it's the returning burst that's making that win. Hey, Daniel. Welcome. The rest of the combo, not so much, but the burst on the way back is what's selling it. Well, I appreciate that they have no faith in my ability to survive and are giving me the entire, like, first aid kit. Well, that has a very high... There's a trade-off with this style chest look. Uh, 2% double cast chance? Yes. Adds curse. Curse of sensitive body. You are now more vulnerable. Okay. Ice Blast. Cone-shaped frost wave that deals damage and slows enemies. Okay. Shall be tickled unto death. All right. Let's take a look. All right. I can rapid tap that. So can I put the pixies on this? Looked like it failed. Can I put my big spell on this? It worked. It's going to be kind of gross. Now, all my mana is gone almost immediately, but tap, tap, tap. The cooldown is fantastically lower to lob the spell. And since it dies almost instantly, the wind blades come out immediately. Neat. So I wonder what times 30 means. Is it like I have times 30 stacks of vulnerable? We have reached, button. Hey, more curses. Curse of death. That doesn't seem good. All projectiles gain boomerang effect. You were slain by curse of death. And you dead. Learning experience. Was very much, and now you're dead. Hammer down, we need to talk. Grimnock smash, Grimnock good. Grimnock has to work to stop his curse. Bring blueprints and elemental orbs, Grimnock make weapon. Can you tell me about your curse? No, because of the curse. I mean, hypothetically, he can make weapons. And start building towards healing totem there. Makes me very interested in the zone spells, given what Deli said earlier. That the persistent ones can fire per second. That could actually be really powerful. Could be. Maybe. Possibly. Love Rain. Let's dump monies into this Pact of Exile. There we go, yeah. There are summonable creatures. Some of the spells do create temporary allies. I actually have one in our first run. Dash ability. Oh, we're getting Wind Wave a lot. That's not bad. I like Wind Wave. And Thunderbolt Shotgun. Like the sounds of those little sparks. Let's spam that spell. What if... I'm massively disappointed. All right, all. Thanks for joining. Okay. I did not read it. It's when enemy is hit. It's when enemy is hit. Okay, it's still viable, because if I tag something with that, the wind wall thing is going to make a mess of them. Or the wind blade. This is still good. Still very good. Initially casting it, though, still had kind of a womp womp kind of effect. That is in the area around them. That's when they die. Every 3.5 seconds. Okay, the way this is phrased, it would never take effect. Because the wind wall at plus 26 lasts 3.5 seconds. But the cast on the secondary cast is every 3.75 seconds. Now, if it immediately happens, like if it happens once on cast and then immediately then in 3.75 seconds it would do it again if it was still around, that could be good. So we're going to give that a test. We're going to give this a test. Okay, the first one's immediate. Okay, first one's immediate. So, wind wave is when they're hit. Wind wall is when it's cast, and it does 1 to 4 of them. The wind waves are pure damage. The wind walls also summon set up to 4 fairies when they cast. So, is it a pricey spell? Yes, it is. But does it have a great deal of oomph right at the get-go? Yes, it does. Sack full of vitamins. Chaos Shotgun. I kind of want to get that and then put my spell on that. But it might make it a little trickier. Because the Chaos Shotgun would potentially only proc the regular shotgun on impact. On hit instead of on cast. Like the wind walls wouldn't show up unless it hit something. Sword and orb. Yeah. Perk. I guess we gain more wind mana. Do more lightning damage, which we don't currently do. We get a water orb that slows enemies that impact it, but it will also cast projectiles. Let's do that. Kind of an option. Okay, doesn't fire slowly. Not lightning fast or anything, but it fires frequently. I think it's got a lot going for it, Daniel. Okay, Ice Orb Enchantment. We're going to tag that onto... this is reduced damage taken. And if you look, there are 2 slots. This is something that isn't immediately apparent, but so under Thunderbolt Shotgun, there's 2 bullet points with the spells that it triggers. Frost Saber has 2 bullet points. There is nothing attached to it. There's nothing attached to basic spell. There's 2 slots. When you're merging spells, attaching a spell after that one, so this spell triggers this other spell, that fills a slot. If there are 2 slots already there, that spell can't be merged with another one as the parent. It has to be the sacrifice. We'll tag that onto the base spell. I could have actually put that on the saber. Hey there, Laura. Because we don't really want spiked armor. Okay, power zone. That could be interesting. So this is an amazing wizard, action roguelike. So, you know, randomly find weapons and whatnot. But one of its gimmicks is it has weaponry akin to Noida, in that you can take a spell and say, all right, this spell casts this other spell. And based on the source spell and the triggered spell, you'll get like on cast or on hit or when the projectile ends. And you can daisy chain them. So this is Thunderbolt Shotgun, which when the shotgun pellets hit something, they each emit 1 to 2 wind waves. And when the spell is cast, it creates 1 to 4 wind walls. But those wind walls also cast summon fairies and create 1 to 4 fairies. So, cast spell, it didn't hit anything, so I got 2 fairies with 2 wind walls. But if I hit that guy, I get wind blades too. More spell stacking means more expensive, but is worth. Pocket that health potion. And I also have a sword, but it's at the moment the melee weapon is just kind of there. It's a nice they're right on me kind of attack. It melted. Breeze lasts longer. Can dash through them, or we could get more fire monies. Let's get more fire monies. Okay, I got Power Zone. So what if... So if we take Power Zone and we put our shotgun, there is almost no chance that this will actually work, but it would cast Thunderbolt Shotgun and spread the projectiles in random directions every second, and it lasts for 4 seconds. Let's attempt. It didn't work. Okay. And well. The lower level spell gets eaten if it fails. Don't know that it's actually worth doing that. Was worth a try. That would have been bonkers. Every 4 basic spell cast deals extra damage and pierces. Okay, hitbox on that is bigger than anticipated. Ow, 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 ow. So much fail. Two small magic stones orbit you and block projectiles. Hey there, Levi. And company, welcome everybody. How you been, Levi? Good to see you again. Let me find the Twitch button. There's a button for this, I thought. Twitch stuff, you know? Think that one? Hopefully there isn't a different number of underscores version of Undead Levi hanging around. But yes, hello Levi. We're playing an amazing wizard today. It's kind of Noida adjacent. We got a hallucinatory amulet. Okay, we get an extra projectile, so we have double cast, but we attack half as fast. Well, a third as fast. That's worth it. We currently have a lightning scatter shot that creates wind walls that create fairies, and if the scatter shot hits things, it creates wind blades. Here's our zone exit. It's not the craziest weapon we've created, but it's really good. Let me climb. Fuck off. Give item. More orbitals. Okay, we know that this guy's special hits hard. His melee attack, but his basic pattern is Forgotten what happened last time? I killed him last time. And I super killed him this time. Though I did get clipped, unfortunately. Supposedly, you can get bonuses for beating the bosses without taking damage. Okay, more Earth monies. Which do I want? I already have this. So we'll take Toxic Slash. And we'll get our little dude here. We'll drink our potion. Let's see what Toxic Slash does. Okay, that is a melee range ability. We are not we are not putting that as the trigger for our good spell. Well, okay, well, I have to see what kind of trigger it would make. Okay, it's on cast. It would spread the Thunderbolt shotgun around. Some of the shotgun pellets are going to go in useless directions then. If you get to this area fast, you can get an item. Well, welcome back, Levi. Don't have the abilities necessary to jump up and grab those monies yet. It's not clear which portal you can go through. Like, there's that question mark that points you to it, but the why it points you to it is unclear. Select perk. 5% chance for a canceled cooldown. It's less the cooldown and more the fact that my spell eats most of my mana. Let's do if they tag me, it freezes them. Lightning Strike. Okay, let's remember to see what it do. Reasonable cooldown, not great. It's worth a try. It's really difficult to stack that many, but that ability going off at my cursor would be kind of bonkers. Frozen Boomerang. Kill nearby enemies to open. Yeah, like those were elites. Okay, well I got hit by something that I don't know what it was. again. They had some sort of projectile or something lost in the mess. Monies and... Oh, we get up to 75 monies a level. 5%. 5 every so often. Or was it 1 every 5? 1 every 5 seconds. Up to 75 per level. Okay. He's good. He's good. What do you got, Kayla? Kalila. Can you kill elites? Not just 8 marked enemies. Strong enemies, apparently. Oh, okay. When you said they were nearby, you actually meant right there. They're right there. Get them. Boing, boing. Well, we've definitely got the offense. We have the offense. Oh, more luck is good. Luck translates to a lot of abilities. If we manage to kill 13 more things, we will have completed one of the hunter challenges. Thunderbolt shotgun is tricky because it is a low arcing shot. Take a weapon and we can put a spell in it. All right, a little bit of projectile onto our blade, which we'll almost certainly forget to use. I don't know what that is. If I remember to aim high, then blowing holes in them with the shotgun is great, but it's easy to aim too low and just hit the ground. Well, thanks for swinging through, Lazuli. It's indeed very wizardy. Bucket health potion. Adds water wall. It's like a waterfall. Well, we know what we must do. First, we test it. a non-trivial cooldown. We summon our Spellweaver friend. Take a look at what it do. When an enemy is hit, that would do that. That's every second it would cast this spell. It's worth a try. It's absolutely worth a try. One in 4 for a really bonkers spell, yes. Yeah, if in subsequent attempts, if I had the choice, it would have been shotgun off of wind wall. Most likely. Goblins can kind of stealth up and get behind you. We have obtained monies. An achievement for having summoned 500 monsters during play. Yeah, that do a lot of damage if I can actually land the shotgun. Alright, those blade guys have kind of a... There is a projectile or a spread of the animation off of it. But it's not terribly visible in the chaos, which is true of pretty much everything in the game. Like, that's a difficulty of this kind of game, is being able to see when things go nuts. But we are getting lots of killing. So... we got some hindsight going with some of the spell combos, but that is to be expected. It's not like we are fully versed with the game yet. I think that's a battle arena kind of thing. Yeah, I saw him begin to emit the projectile, but... did not see it actually fire. It's if the shotgun pellets actually hit them, it's almost a one-hit kill for most regular creatures. So again, wind wave is a good one. Can we pull it off? Nope. 25% chance for it to work. And boy, if that worked. Oh, that'd be nuts. So again, we're going to take Frost Thrower. Take a look at it. Oh. AoE on the base projectile? Yes, please. So if we were to do this, it would be on cast. Such luck. It'll happen eventually. You know what? This is just sitting here, so. This would be on cast. There we go. 4-star. So now we put this here and we say press. Okay, if I tag them with this, you can see the sparks go off around me. It's not much different than me casting it previously, because the shotgun spread was very low to the ground and very slow. But the cooldown is friendlier now. And if I actually hit them with the Toxic Blade Slash, it is very likely to just splatter them, because they'll probably take the shotgun hits too. Madness must be stopped, young wizard. Just want to escape this place. Where do you see madness in this? Your prophecy must be stopped at all cost. I won't say any more. What you mean? Be gone. Okay, the backswing has a hitbox too. Nope. You need to be in the air. You need to be already jumping and moving over him. Or already in the air before that swing animation is happening, because that projectile is gigantic. So if you're within like 2 body widths of him, in front of him, you're probably going to get tagged. Yeah, the shotgun is okay, but it really is the thing that fires on impact, with the hope that it will kind of scatter into them. All right, we have all the cheap stuff. We spend everything on spells because those are the coolest. Summons a random healing creature. Well, that's where we'll go next. A slashing storm. Now, is that on a point? Given its low cooldown, it feels like that's just a blade slash kind of attack. And we're going to do freeze zone because we want another attack that sits in a spot. Explosion seems like straightforward. That seems like the straightforward choice. Energy ball. Explosive projectile. Demon fingies. And then gravity tornado pulls them in and deals damage per second, pierces through walls. Shadow Ball was kind of annoying to deal with, actually, because it was a wobbly projectile. The game is a little fast-paced for a wobbly projectile that isn't high rate of fire, or that does not hit like an absolute truck. Let's see. Fingies, energy ball, healing totem. Okay. Only weapons I saw available were in the lightning pool. So let's get Zeus's spear rolling. And we'll do at least one more run. That was weird. Gold ingot. Just here's some money. Frozen boomerang and the blade. Okay, okay. So demon fingies. What does that do as a... That is an on hit. Okay. What about... Oh, see, that's around the projectile. That could be really good. But let's test some of these and verify before I forget to do so. Okay, it has a range limit. Let's test something here. Okay, absolute range limit. I was kind of expecting the demon fingers to point outward. Rotating orbital. And that is a, like, radiates healing around it effect. And frozen boomerang, we know it's a little blue projectile, tiny little blue projectile that goes out and comes back. So if this is main spell, it's every second and it lives for 4 seconds. That can be really good. If this is main spell, it's on hit. If this is main spell, it is... If this is secondary spell, it is around the projectile. Either of these, it's when projectile is destroyed. So with this one, it's when it gets back. With this one, it's when it explodes or hits something. So, in theory, boomerang with demon fingers, then an explodey ball that fires those. Nope, it failed that. So let's try the healing totem that fires those every second. Nope. Bad luck. Still. We have a boomerang with an orbital. But what if... We have this boomerang fire that boomerang. Again, 75%. Okay. This boomerang so when this boomerang goes out, when it gets back, it fires 2 more with their orbitals, and then those orbitals stay where they were. Okay, the lingering spikes are kind of preserving the viability of this. Hey, Foss. Odd choice of introduction, but, you know, you do you. Welcome back, Deli. Okay, we got to go through him when he does that. He has an obvious tell. You need to dash through him because you're not going to be able to jump it. Yeah, I know, right? Enemies explode after death. And that's just fantastic. Give me more of that. Sometimes the luck in the game do be like that, though. I mean, it could genuinely be a lot worse, though. At least I have a functional spell to begin with. Acceptably effective. It's pretty random as to whether it's really effective, but it is viable. Healing is always a good option. And that one in particular would have been handy because it would have been it wouldn't have been as much of a sacrifice for offense since it would effectively be spraying the projectiles around while also acting as a healing tool. We'll take some more currency generation. No. Oh, stack of vitamins. Let's actually just use that. Slightly better saber. Ever so slightly. That was rude. Ew. Ew. Oop. Very pointy looking chest. Lose health. Why not? Spell damage is plus 65% if you have at least 80% health. Well, you know, maybe that will be a thing. Remember that you got killed by my hands. Told you we're going to meet again soon. Yeah, I got that last run. We got a can't remember what we attached to the saber. But that's another that is a bonkers one as well. You landed on the blade. There we go. I'm gonna have a low % chance. We're going with double cast. Curse of the Unseen Shadows. Well, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, give me that. Spell was created from experiments on... okay. User might get cursed. We got killed by a curse of death previously. But, you know, we're not in this for caution. Boo. We're going to hold on to that until we can get something to combo that with. How are you going to science if you're not willing to, you know, blow up a couple of people that may or may not be you? What do we get? Lesser energy ball. Okay. Well, let's test how energy ball fire. All right. Energy ball cast boomerangs. One of these days, we're going to get a combination in this. Summon the army. Spells aren't nearly as impressive this time around. It's certainly not as visually impressive. Spam, 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 spam. These are not the shield and spear goblins. Those were really annoying to deal with. Exactly. I mean, you gotta take your chances. So doing this would be when they die. This would be when that boomerang comes back. We're going to get summon the army. Well, at least it worked finally. Okay, well, I mean, it's eaten our mana. But, you know, mana's for spending. Health is a resource. You're not dead until you're out of it. It is really easy to overlook enemy projectiles in this, though. $98 to cast it once. There we go. Getting the summon at the end of the cascade is really nice, though. But, you know, expensive. World's all wonky, giant skeleton. What the heck? I told you not to go outside. But no, you were all like, I gotta go outside. It's crazy out there, yo. I don't know how that portal there, or who got there, or who made it. You're like, I'm going through that portal. And you warned me beforehand this would have big consequences for the outside world. We both know you weren't listening to me. I'd seen in the game's description that there were multiple classes to try out. I have not unlocked the ability to try them, though. Let's see. Oh, well, we just crossed into the next line here. You know, speaking of altars... lightning bolt. And earth. Hi, what are you doing here? I like to waste time and I'm busy, so let me be brief. I'm a lightning spirit, one of the 7 great astral guardians. As you can see, I charge myself with electricity. Then I discharge it all over the world, creating lightning. Without thunderstorms and lightning, the atmosphere's electrical balance would soon disappear, which is why I can't stop doing what I'm doing. There are more benefits to lightning, such as purifying the air or converting nitrogen into nitrogen dioxide by burning it. But I don't have time to explain it. The world is on the verge of collapse. You can help me by sacrificing lightning. Lightning seems cool. I'll bring you some. Okay. You get lightning powers. Okay. Thunder Wizard. So you put lightning enchantments on your weapons and whatnot. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, let's do that. Too far. Hey, tree boy. Why? Can't you hear the plants and animals crying for help? Of course not. But reality is that they're dying. The world shall soon share their fate. Well, let's not make this political. A long time ago, this planet was full of life, but the soil is weakening faster and faster, and something is causing it to be unable to regrow. Cool story, but what do I have to do with it? Well, let me finish. They call me the Tree of Life because I'm restoring life to these cursed lands. I'm also one of the 7 great astral guardians trying to rebuild the world. Fortunately, current power is not enough. Give me earth mana. I think I would want to be a hero saving this world. I don't feel connected to it. Can you offer me anything? But money. I'll give you earth powers. I could also tell you things. Oh, can you tell me about my memory? Not about your memory, no. Earth powers. We'll take a quick look at this. Pray to the false god. Okay, you have balanced or you have focused. So you are amped up in your element and you gain corresponding stats to kind of the flavor of that element, but then you take more damage from what I expect is the opposite side of the element wheel. No, just thematically, I guess. Just thematically opposed elements. So lightning is you move faster and cast faster. Earth is that you are more durable and heal easier, but you do a little less damage. On top of your elemental flavor. Okay, though. But we will wrap up there for today. I like this. I'm really enjoying the combination system. It definitely does need... One second here. It was a little louder than anticipated. It does need a better indication of how you can build it out and what the impact will be. So right now, the workflow for creating a spell chain is that you essentially start from the end of the chain and build it from there. And that will cause the cost to go up extensively as you go along. I will say it's definitely frustrating when you try to create a combo, but it fails. It feels like it would be good to have a consolation prize there. You know, here's $1, your spell combo's ruined. Kind of thing. But the end result is immediately tangible. The you can go out of control happens very quickly. How that scales into the end game, I don't know. Based on what you were saying, Deli, it sounds like the power does, but it's how well does if you were to get powerful spell combos on the reg, what does that do to the challenge of the game, you know? And finding that. Right now, I'm not really seeing a problem. Gameplay-wise, fighting the regular enemies feels kind of floaty. Let's put it another way. There's not a lot of impact in combat. The hit stop when the player gets tagged is substantial. Like, when you get hit by even a little projectile, the game makes it feel like you just got smacked. You get that real heavy slowdown and screen coloration. Hitting an enemy doesn't seem like you're hitting them. They register a hit. That's it. There is no real tangible reaction. And I'm not counting like knockback effects. I mean, it doesn't feel like your hits really land aside from just passing through them or stopping at them. Whether that's something that really needs to be corrected for the game, that's debatable. But it's interesting. I do want to see more of this. We are going to play some more of this. I'm finding that enjoyable. Just the core gameplay conceit. The loop is acceptable. Live, die, upgrade. That is a solid action roguelike gameplay loop. Solid. The gimmick, the spell combos. I feel like that's working. Like, the implementation of that in general is working. Oh, difficulty modes. Yeah, that'd be a good way to handle it. You know, dials. But cool. Like I said, we will be seeing some more of this. Don't have the next couple of streams, but we are going to be weaving it in with 100 line. And as mentioned, I do want to get some coding streams in, or get some mechanism for showing what progress I've been making, since I haven't been making as much progress on it, and without the streams, there's less of a forcing function and it's less visible. I want to change that. But with all that said, I hope you all had a good time watching with us today. If you like what you saw and would like to see more, remember to like, follow, subscribe, drop me a comment. I try to answer all of them when they're asking questions or, you know, saying things. If you'd like to consider financially supporting the channel, you can do so through the platform mechanisms like memberships and subscriptions. You can also do so through Patreon and Ko-fi. With all that said, I hope the rest of your day is good, and I'll see you next time.